Again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 124W. Yes, this is the last one. I guess when I create the actual register.php file, it will be video number 125. I thought I was going to end it, but what happened was, after a while, I'm like, you know something, we can turn this whole thing into some this whole inventory system can be used, of course, as an app. It could be used in a company, right? Intranet, you sell to a country or your own company, right? So so I thought, why not? Let's at least get this one. This will be a short video, and so let's get the link into integrated cleanly, right? Because I don't want it like all, ugly. So by wrapping it in a simple PHP constant, you can give yourself total control over the standard, the system's behavior, depending on how you deploy it. First, we will establish global settings and usually place it in the core config file or a database connection file. In this particular case, I'm not going to put it in the config file. I'm going to put it inside the actual index file. We could have, used this one as a login.php file. I just decided to use the index.php file. Maybe later on it could be, changed. It's up to what you guys want to do. Just make sure that if you do change it to login.php, all throughout all those files that we created, all those programs, just make sure that you change it there too. And there's a lot of places where we put index.php, right? Because you want it to redirect. So you gotta make sure you change that to login.php. So basically, like to toggle, you know how we go into a login file, you want to toggle registration like on and off, like dynamically. So we're going to be doing that. For the, let's see, but let's just get in there. Let's go here. And I was looking over this thing, this security thing, because man, I completely, there we go. Something else. I don't know what that was. What was that? Man. Oh, man. I got a nephew that, so I'm training him. I keep telling him, go to the YouTube channel. But why not? He says, why not? When I got you, uncle. And he comes 2 to 3 times a week. And I sit down and I train him. And we work on projects together, and I'm getting these picking up fast. But when you're a kid, everything comes fast. So anyway, this is the actual login file. Remember how you log in? You put your username, password, and you get into the dashboard. Well, look at this. Don't have an account, so create a new account. And this is what we're gonna place in place. But of course, you're gonna create a constant. Something that you're gonna that doesn't change, and we're gonna make it into. Well, let me see what we're gonna do. So if I went to, where did I go? What was I thinking? Let's see, where is it? Yeah, it's right here. Man, like I told, no, that's not it. Is it here? Uh-oh, something is wrong. Huh. Told you, man. So if I set to, so I'm gonna set like, oh look, I wrote it down. So if to set the truth for the online demo, because I was thinking if we're gonna create like a business, I want to create a demo. I mean, I could just say, hey, everybody, just log into this and go like this, but I will have to create stuff for them so they can go in here. By doing this, they'll be able to go in there. It's going to be, of course, protected, but at least they'll be able to test some of the things. and maybe I don't know. Let's see how far we go with this. And I'm right now. I'm envisioning a complete system, because at first I started out with just doing, like the inventory, because I wanted to keep track of stuff that's in the kitchen, like the condiments and all that. But then I started to think, all right, so we'll make it into an app, and we could do that. And then I kept thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, this can become a full blown. Um, why not just do a whole manage? It's like an invoice management system. Basically, that's what this is. And why not keep track of this stuff? And I have ideas for all of things, which I cannot discuss here. You will have to go to Patreon once I get it ready, and I will tell you there how that's going to happen. It's going to be big time. Problem is that it takes a lot of my time. I don't know. I'm just going to have to deal with it. So over here, what I did was I created a case-sensitive allow registration. I made it into a true, because along the way, this stuff is going to be used, right? This is like a variable, but a variable that you can't change. Once you make it true, it's true. That's it. It's a constant. So the behavior is just like powerful. Very, it's case sensitive. So if you make it caps, it's going to be caps. If I call this allow underscore registration as a smaller caps, it won't work. So they'll look at it as two different things, So that's one thing you don't want to do. And of course, when you want to disable email registration for new users, you definitely want to have that set up. You want to also update the Bootstrap login form, which is what we're doing, right? And you can kind of like put it nicely. I mean, it's the same thing that I've been showing you before. What I did was first we did this, and then we ended up like, remember the timeout message? That's good timeout message, right? And then you got your authorize, right? That's the thing that you goes into a database, find out the other person, right? So you log in, and then of course don't forget that you have to have that token. And here's the username and password. I did it much better. It looks nicer, right? What do you think? It's got a nicer. I mean, it looks the same basically. And then of course don't forget the field, that blank field for the what is it? The honeypot stuff. So we did that, right? And then you did the submit button. That's it. And then you go right here. So this is the thing, the actual what comes up over here. So if you say, if define allow registration and allow registration equal to true, then show this, right? Because basically that's what we did. And I wanted to show this. The reason why we did this is because we're going to be turning this and off. Depends on how we're going to be using this. Because but if you place it nicely, neatly underneath your form submit button, that makes it easier, right? Bootstrap, great UI, UX. Nobody has to look for stuff. We will use the standard Bootstrap utility to center it, and of course we did. And over here we can see we're using the Bootstrap right there, right? Now let's get down there. So, and I will be using that. So we will use the standard Bootstrap utility, right? And of course, for professional UI design, you always make it nicer. I mean, it does look nice. It's a decent looking thing there, right? And that's it. It's a form. You're going to use the posts, right? Just like we've been doing all this time. And then, of course, you got your sessions and the passwords and stuff. And then that's it. And you, of course, you allow for the registration to show up, which is now, right? But the reason why we're going to do this is because if I wanted to change a certain way, let me see, like for maybe I'm getting ahead of myself because I should just, maybe we'll wait for, this is a good idea to have. It's there, it's a good idea. in the long run, we're going to be using this to turn off and turn on. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, this is it. This is what I wanted to show you. You know, you do this all the time. What do you think? You think this looks good here? You think I should maybe, I don't know, should I have it over here? Maybe at the bottom, part of the card. I think it's nice there, right? Center, I mean, you can see it. It visually separates all of it, right? We use these small text, right? It's muted. It keeps the sign up link distinct, right? So you don't have to be like, oh, in your face kind of thing. So it has to look good, you know. It's call to action button, right? Nice. You know, it's like an instant. It's like an instant kill switch. If you deploy this like to the client who wants to close an internal, wants to close an internal like intranet system, like you simply change the constant to false if the configuration file is being used. This is one of those things that you'll see what I mean when the time comes. So the entire block is vanished from the page and HTML entirely, keeping the application perfectly locked down. And this is why we're going to be, you'll see, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Now that the front end entry point is ready, which happens to be this, and if you go here, maybe I can bring this up a, I have to get a, I don't know. Right there, see, registration.php. Right now it doesn't exist, so it won't. It just takes you straight to, I don't know what it's going to take you, to my main convert to WordPress.com website. So when we're ready to do in other words, the next video, I will have this created. We will do it. I'm not gonna go like this and create it. Like, I'm not gonna give you a blank page and let's say, all right, let's create it, and I'm gonna type all this stuff. It's gonna be all done because I'm gonna have the form completely done, and the form will have several things. Normally, what the registration page has, I mean, it has I don't know, what does it normally have? Like username, password. Of course, that's what you're going to be putting in. Of course, the name of the client. Of course, maybe their address. I don't know. Maybe we could have like put your URL in it as part of the. I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to get it done. I'm going to have it done. We're going to test it out, and then I'm going to show you. And that's it. That's what I wanted to do in this video. It's gonna be great. Let me see. I mean, if I click on this, where does it go? It's gonna be going nowhere to tell the truth. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. It went right back to this page. Oh no, it didn't. It went back to a broken page. Don't know what that is. Okay, so we'll get that ready on the next video, and it'll be fast. I'll have just the form, and I'm just gonna get the form in, and then on the following video we'll beat all the security stuff that goes with it. Because I think, I mean, not that I think, I know we're gonna have to create the data, another table for new people, because I want to keep trying. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how we're gonna do this. It's gonna be great, and that's about it. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. I was thinking also, instead of keeping it like, I mean, see what it looks like. I mean, it's nice. You got the little shadow. What do you think? You think I should have like a, I don't know. I better not. You know why? Because I get messages here. The error message, if it's like when you time out. And if I put an image here, I just wanted to see if I can make this look nicer. I mean, it looks nice, but maybe add some, maybe over here add some kind of, I don't know, some kind of description or something, let me know. Let me know in the comments. See what I could do, or maybe just keep it like that. Let me know if I should just keep it like that, and let's just concentrate on this registration form. And that's about it. If anything, let me know. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. This doesn't cost anything. I know I hate to ask questions, but if you don't, it's okay, man. You're gonna learn stuff anyway. And I think I've been doing that. I think I've been doing a good job. Yeah, my voice goes away. Things happen, you know, right? First the fire department, this and that. It's always something, but at least I try, and I'm trying to provide you some good stuff, because you don't see stuff like this. Every time when we used to try looking for other things, because I like to analyze other people's stuff, I never really get all the answers for some reason, but I don't know. I try to give you as much as I can, just like if you was here sitting right next to me. Anyway, give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Until next time, a good night.